All right, welcome to our latest Hoopscast. We are here, of course, in Nashville, Tennessee. Kevin Brockway and Pat Dooley at the Bridgestone Arena, where Florida dispatched LSU. Kevin, it's funny, my whole column for today's paper was about how this is a different LSU team, that Florida's playing a lot better, and then Florida beat them by the exact score, exact number of points as they did back in January.
And nearly exact rebounding margin, too, plus 20. And Florida, I think, did the physical things well. They got the ball inside, they out-rebounded them, they got second chance points, and they really moved and shared the ball really well, too. They kind of got back to where they were playing in that level in mid-February in terms of, sharing the ball. But with the shot distribution, too, Eric Murphy getting 15 shots, and boy, did he make the most of a career out of 27.
Yeah, Murphy. And again, if Murphy's going to play like that the whole postseason, I'll put Florida in the Final Four because, for him to go 27 and 11 and only 25 minutes, played tremendously. But again, LSU's a good matchup for him because when they switch, their guards are tiny. Yeah. And he can post them up. They don't have a true power forward. So in a lot of ways, you take it with a little bit of a grain of salt, but certainly the way everybody played. I mean, even Kenny Boyd had 2 points, but Kenny Boyd played a great game. This goes back to what I've been saying, that his shooting has gone way off, but he's a better player now than he's ever been.
A tremendously selfless game, 7 assists, and he was setting up Wilbekin on some 3-point shots. Scotty 4 from 5 from beyond the arc, also 16 points, a big day offensively. And Scotty even told me after the game, was prodded a little bit by Billy if he has those open looks to take him. Right. Scotty was a guy in the preseason that had the second highest 3-point percentage in individual workouts, and he kind of showed that today, that he can knock down those open shots.
And I thought Mike Frazier played, for the first time since his concussion, played like Mike Frazier we have been seeing. In other words, ever since the concussion, it just didn't seem like he was quite right. Wasn't shooting that well, and then comes out, and of course the big three to end the first half.
Yeah, terrific play call by Billy too, off the timeout with 3 seconds left. They had to get that ball up at least halfway up the court to put Frazier in position there. Really nice pass by Mike Rosario and Frazier turnaround, and that was a momentum builder. And then you come out in the second half, you get O'Brien's third foul. You start out 7-1. Murphy scores 5 straight points. You get the ball inside to Patrick Young. You finally make some free throws, and then you're rolling in the second half and on your way to a big win.
Yeah, they weren't perfect. They missed 11 free throws, and they had a lot of turnovers in the game as well, like 16 or something.
16 turnovers, yeah.
So they still got things to clean up, but of course they play Alabama, which I think we're both a little surprised about, just because Tennessee had been playing so well. Tennessee reverted back to form tonight against Alabama, scoring 48 points. That looked like them in December. But the bottom line is Florida against Anthony Grant, their former coach, hadn't beaten Florida yet. Hardy says it's got to happen sometime.
Yeah, and they certainly had him on the ropes at the O'Connell Center. Alabama had Florida down 8 with about 13 minutes to go, and then Florida went on that tremendous run. And Alabama, part of the key to their success against Tennessee was the zone. I would be surprised if Anthony throws the zone at Florida the way they shot the ball today. I would think they play more man. But it'll be interesting to see the mixing defenses and how that could impact the game.
Yeah, and they're kind of an odd team in that they have 2 centers. I love Nick Jacobs. They like to play Stark Gay, and sometimes he plays more minutes, but they're big inside, and they've got guards that can drive, and they love, I think more than any team in the SEC, they love to drive the ball to the basket.
Yeah, and Relaford is terrific. Yep. Lacey can hit some wide open threes like he did in Gainesville. Scotty, I thought, did really a tremendous job on Relaford in the first meeting. Relaford had 12 points, but 5 of 12 from the floor, and some of those were on runouts. Florida will be important to, just stay disciplined, take care of the ball, don't give up the points off turnovers. And Alabama's a team, that's prone to offensive droughts. It's just the way they play. I think it might be. I think it might be a little bit of a better matchup than Tennessee would have been, but it worked out. It worked out that way, and Florida's 1 step away from an SEC tournament finals if they can pull off that game.
Well, and I thought, I was with you. I thought Tennessee would be a tougher matchup, but hey, it is what it is. It's Alabama. And certainly for Florida, they're going to have to. And I've said this all year, and I'm saying it again. If Florida goes out, plays well, they'll win the game. But Alabama likes to slow it down, likes to make it a little bit ugly, and we'll see if they can make Florida play at their speed.
Yeah, and important, on the glass again. Florida showed some signs there. Patrick certainly, and Eric Murphy was terrific. Eric Murphy, 3 career double-doubles, 2 in his last 2 games. He's really getting after it and has improved that aspect of his game as well.
And this is a guy who on Wednesday felt some knee pain, didn't practice, and Billy told me after the game, and I wrote this in my column, he was sitting there Wednesday night going, we may have to change our whole game plan if Murphy can't go. Murphy was back Thursday, practiced non-contact, and of course you saw what he did today. So great win for Florida. It was a great day for Florida because before the game they presented him with the SEC Championship trophy. Always a special moment. SEC Championships mean something around Gainesville. And
Billy's had 6 in 17 years, 4 outright, 2 shared.
Right. So that was pretty cool as well. And Bill Koss was honored as a legend today. So that was good too. All right, so that's going to do it from Nashville for today. We got 2 more games to watch, but we'll be back with another Swampcast tomorrow to tell you what happened between Florida and Alabama. Until then, Pat Dooley, Kevin Brockway of the Gainesville Sun saying so long from Nashville, Tennessee.